So I know I promised this video for you and I'm going to deliver. It is how to retire early and what I've learned over the years playing in the financial sphere. And yes, I'm very aware that the idea of retiring early seems just like a pipe dream to some and just completely out of reach, but I would love for you to stick with me in this video because I'm going to show you the blueprint of not just what's possible, but it's actually been proven using real estate as a key to financial success. And it doesn't matter your age and it doesn't matter your capital that you're starting with. This can work for you. And hey, what's the worst that can happen? You'll sit through a 10-minute video and maybe decide that this isn't for you. And that's okay too. But at least you're learning about finances. So my job here is done. Now, I'm a bit nervous to make this video for a couple of reasons. One, it is a very touchy subject for a lot of people, specifically with this very bizarre landscape that we're going into right now. I know for a fact that lots of progress can be made in times that are a little bit uncertain, and I want to help you guys be prepared for that and also secure your own futures and financial futures. Two, this video is not covering off the complexities of this game and going too much into depth of this game. It's not covering off your morals or values, sustainability, the housing crisis. It's not comparing the large developments that are ruining a lot of people's potential to buy and the benefits of actually having small mom and dad investors. It is a complex topic. I'm just giving you the facts of how people do it, like Robert Kiyosaki, for example. This is for your benefit, and I'm going to come from a place of no shame, no guilt about your finances, because it is such a difficult topic, and I understand there's a lot of trauma of money out there. So if this is resonating, please let me know. I'd love to deliver a lot more content on this channel about finances and freedom. So if you enjoy it, let's get into it. Some of you might have heard the term real estate creates more millionaires than any other asset class, and there's definitely some truth to this statement, but realistically, it's not about becoming a millionaire. That isn't the end goal. The end goal is to buy back your time, unlock your potential, allow you to pursue whatever the heck you want on your own terms, living life on your own terms, retiring early. That's the one we're interested in today. We want to get out of the rat race. Perfect. Oh my God, it is sloppy down here. What have I done? There is a boatload of information out there online on how to secure your finances for your future, and it is overwhelming. I kind of get it. I study every single day, and I'm always coming across contradictory information, so I can understand why a lot of people get really overwhelmed in this world. And the other day I came across a puzzle piece that kind of locked everything in place for me, and I thought, wait, I think I can actually share this information. It was Ripple Money podcast, and the guy used to be a certified financial advisor. He decided to give that up because it was his father and himself that were in that industry, and he learned very quickly that himself, his dad, and his clients, by maximizing your 401k, investing in stocks, and hoping by the time you get old enough, you're going to have enough to live off, he realized that that's not entirely true. That a lot of people, by the time they get to a retirement age, because of market volatility or some other factors, just not quite enough money to end up at the end of your life with enough money to live off very comfortably and very enjoyably. And what he found was real estate was actually the key. And this is what I've been doing since the very start. I've always believed in the power of real estate. And so that's why traditional advice you might hear about, maximizing your retirement funds, investing in stocks, hoping for a percentage to live off, it's not wrong. Definitely not. There's aspects to it that definitely should be done. But even the most advanced teachers that we see on the internet, called Dave Ramsey, he doesn't just do that for himself. He does real estate. He invests in business. But the information that's being spread around so vastly is not for anyone that wants to live a very comfortable early retirement, or not even early, just a comfortable retirement. I'm not interested in having a nest egg that covers just the basics of my expenses. What I'm seeking is ultimate freedom, and this is what the strategy entails, because it gives you enough passive income if done over the long term, because this is a long-term game, no get rich quick schemes. But it allows you to get to the stage where you're not just surviving off your passive income, you're actually thriving. You have enough money to do whatever you want, which is called financial freedom. There's financial independence where your needs are covered, but freedom is when you can live the life of your dreams because you're not restrained by finances anymore. I think the thing that fascinates me about money is the psychology part of things, because even now, a lot of people have a judgment of what financial freedom might mean. They might think, oh, oh, it's just like buying, shopping, luxurious, traveling, and that's it, eating out, dining out, just being selfish. But you don't know people's reasons for wanting to be financially free. There's so many benefits. One, it could get you out of a really crappy relationship that's very toxic. It could help you or your children to live an amazing life that you so adore for them and for yourself. The money could be needed for medical reasons or whatever. Sometimes people just want to travel. And this is where the sponsor of today's video comes in, and that is Olafly. As you know, I've previously been that travel girl that has extensively gone from country to country to country. And Olafly was my solution to being able to stay connected and upload my videos no matter what continent I was on without racking up insane roaming fees. Whether you travel a little or a lot, Olafly has a solution because it offers global eSIMs with unlimited data plans for almost every country and continent, so you can forget the hassle of buying local SIM cards. With Olafly, you simply visit olafly.com, choose your destination, pick your plan, and scan a QR code. It's quick, easy, and takes just a few minutes. And you can get online right after landing, so you can start using your data as soon as you touch down in that new country. They now offer their eSIM in 200 plus destinations, and they provide unlimited data in 152 of those destinations. Their app is available for iOS and Android, and they offer 24/7 customer support in multiple languages. Honestly, this eSIM technology is pretty groundbreaking, so I recommend checking out their data plans online. And if you want to stay connected effortlessly when you are traveling, use the code SOREL for 5% off your next eSIM top up. Thank you so much, Olafly, for sponsoring this video and making my travels always so smooth. The strategy: buy, hold, leverage. So money. Strategy is pretty simple. It's buy, hold, leverage. And the goal is to get your very first property under your belt. That is the most important key. Now, how do you do that? Savings, getting a mortgage. You can also do housing hacks, which is living in one part of a duplex so that the second half is being rented out to tenants, and then that payment from them covers the mortgage. There's also syndication, which we'll talk about in just one moment. But the very first property under your belt is the key, because it then allows you to take the equity out of that and then reinvest it into another property. Because we're not looking here to be first homeowners. That's not the aim at all. We're looking at growing a portfolio here so that you can become free. Okay, so you're not gonna buy your property anywhere, right? You're definitely gonna make sure that you buy in a growth corridor where market value is going up, as well as making sure that you're not buying emotionally. Everything is based off numbers. So you're likely gonna have to find a team of people that specialize in understanding the best properties to purchase. And there's property investing agencies around the world. Definitely have to do research if they're good, check the reviews. But once you've purchased your first investment property and it is going up in price, you're gonna be able to withdraw the equity out of that house and reinvest into a new property, buy another property. And this is where the snowball effect starts, because you are now growing your portfolio. So every single month you have tenants paying you into your bank account, and that covers the mortgages of the properties, and that's how you're starting to increase your passive income. Best part is, most of the time you're using the bank's money to fund this. There's a caveat on that I'm going to talk about a bit later. But what about syndication? So I can hear a lot of people just rolling their eyes at me thinking like, Sorel, don't be crazy. Buying a property, I don't have enough capital. It's out of the question. This is where syndication comes in. With syndication, you pool your money with other investors that have small capital, and then you are able to buy properties. Could just be the very first small property that you're investing, maybe with your family members. Maybe it's a small apartment building because you pool that money and you can buy more lucrative properties, or maybe a commercial space. Couple of things here. Number one, you want to make sure you have agreements, legal agreements. Always. I don't care if it's your best friend. I don't care if it's your lover. I don't care if it's your partner of 7 years. I don't care if it's anyone. Family, you need to have very good legal agreements. Secondly, whether it's syndication, whether it's not, the whole aim of this strategy is to ensure that this is truly passive. So you're going to get a team of professionals that are going to be managing these investments. You're not doing this by yourself. Managing properties can become a full-time job. You're going to get experts that do this. Your job is to find capital to invest in more properties. Exit strategy: retiring early. Okay, so how does all of this lead to early retirement, which is the ultimate plan? So once your real estate portfolio generates enough income to cover off your expenses, that's when you become financially independent. Your expenses are covered. You can drop your job that has been there just for you to survive off. It's a replacement. This is where you become work optional. You get to choose what kind of jobs you work on, where you work, how often you work. The aim here is to remember that you're just financially independent. You're not financially free yet. Freedom is different. You get to do whatever you want. You're living the dream because you have excess money. When you're work optional and you start working on projects you might enjoy, not burning yourself to the ground, You're taking that money and you're reinvesting it into creating more passive income through investing in more properties. This one's a bit tricky to say, but also it has been proven throughout history that the toughest times create really good opportunities for those that are ready. Lots of millionaires are made during recessions. If you are kind of fearful about the market that is coming up right now, there's steps to prepare. I can make a video about that if you like, but there will be opportunities coming. It's going to be hard because some people have over leveraged themselves. Maybe their mortgages are way too big. They're living in a gigantic house and the recession is just going to have to cull things back for them. I know this is like trippy because moral values and everything like that. But I'm just telling you the facts of how it actually works. Potential risks and how to mitigate them. I don't want to be pretending that this is like just perfect, nothing ever goes wrong. There are things that definitely go wrong in real estate. There's also definitely things that go wrong with living a life that you're constantly stuck at a desk that you don't like for 40 years. There's risks to everything. We have market volatility, we have really bad tenants, interest rates are fluctuating. Property maintenance are definitely some issues to consider. How to mitigate that though is you get a really good team behind you, you prepare yourself, you don't over leverage yourself, you want to stay informed about the market trends, and you want to have a reserve fund as well. I honestly believe that everybody's going to have a giant financial hiccup in their life, like a massive one at some point, probably multiple. The more I speak with older people, the more that I realize that this is a pretty common thing, that people think they're on a high and then it comes down, and think they're on a high and it comes down. And it's important to be as prepared as you can be. Understand that those times are going to come in your life because you don't know. Divorce, business separation could happen. You just don't know. I now would like to see it as a way to upgrade yourself, upskill, to take it not as bad luck, but it's just a lesson. And it's those people that can get back up after such a really, really, really hard time that are going to succeed long term. Because as I said, no one's going to get out of financial hardship throughout their life, like full stop. I don't care if you're really, really rich or you're not. Shakira, let's talk about it. Shakira, everybody has problems. It is a complex topic. I'm just giving you the facts of how people do it. Like Robert Kiyosaki, for example, he's the master. Oh, I forgot. I was going to tell you about the debt. He's the master of real estate. And he talks so much about using debt, not using your own money, yada, 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 to buy real estate. This is great. Lots of people use this strategy. But I wanted to add a caveat in there because I don't use debt. It scares me. I don't know what the banks are doing in the future. I'm probably missing out on huge opportunities. I just get scared. I don't like the idea of I don't like being in someone's control. So that's why I don't use debt. Maybe this is a bit of a weird thing to add, but for those that are still like, oh my God, people that are landlords are really horrible. Little bit of a perspective. I am a landlord. And right now I actually have a tenant that wasn't able to find any accommodation in the area whatsoever because she has 3 children and she was getting out of a domestic violence situation. So I was able to provide the shelter for her so she can start her new life. She's only looking for a temporary solution until the settlement comes in place. I guess this is just to say that good landlords do exist. This is a blueprint of how the experts do this. And this is not fantasy. This is definitely a well-trodden path. And for you, further research is now needed. I'm hoping that through these YouTube videos, it's just giving you an insight into this world so you can start exploring ideas for yourself. As I said, I study every single day. I'm really, really fascinated by the world of finances. It's so psychological, it's madness. So it's really a study of understanding people more so than the numbers itself. Please do it. I believe in you. It seems overwhelming, but now being on the other side, being financially free, holy shit, it is fascinating. And it didn't take that long. It wasn't that many years. It was challenging. There was a lot of growth that had to happen from me, but I did it. I'm really proud of myself. And I'm so grateful now that I have the freedom to determine where I want to go with my life. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. I need to know if you like this. I would love to do more finance and freedom videos on this channel. Let me know. If you have any further questions, drop them down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.